Good morning and welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you're doing well this morning on this lovely Monday morning if you're watching this the day that this video airs. I asked for a song this morning and Spirit gave me a song that we've gotten many times on this channel. And it goes like this. It's a chick named Jessie Murph who sings it. And it's called Where Do You Go? It goes like this. Young and naive heart in your hands, ready to give more than you can, till you meet a boy who tears you apart. Now you can't tell what's love or war. The music stopped, so did the dance. Now there's no one to tell, so you leave by yourself. But it hurts more than you could have known. 'Cause how does a girl hold the weight of the world without losing herself on the road? Where do you go when nowhere feels quite like home? When every crowded room feels alone? It's a long way down, long way out. Tell me, how do I begin? When nowhere feels quite like home. Where do you go? Growing up under the pavement, I stared at the people and places. I wondered what it would be like. They seemed like they were doing it right. But all the time I didn't know it. That these are the moments I'd chase for the rest of my life. Before it got quiet and heavy, I'm up in this Bentley, I'm dodging the memories. I cut out the bullet, the one that you sent me. You said I was looking and thought I was ready, but how in the fuck could I ever be ready? My arm's getting tired, this baggage is heavy. There's no one to help me, bout to break the levee. I'm not the same girl that you had in your Chevy, don't think I'll ever be. 'Cause how does a girl hold the weight of the world without losing herself on the road? Where do you go when nowhere feels quite like home? When every crowded room feels so alone? It's a long way down, long way out. Tell me, how do I begin? When nowhere feels quite like home. Where do you go? And I said, where should this person go? And I got this. Probably Leave by Chris Stapleton. And it goes like this. I know it ain't all that late, but you should probably leave. And I recognize that look in your eyes. Yeah, you should probably leave. 'Cause I know you and you know me, and we both know where this is gonna lead. You want me to say that I want you to stay, so you should probably leave. Yeah, you should probably leave. There's still time for you to finish your wine, then you should probably leave. And it's hard to resist, alright, just one kiss, then you should probably leave. 'Cause I know you and you know me, and we both know where this is gonna lead. You want me to say that I want you to stay, so you should probably leave. Yeah, you should probably leave. Like a devil on my shoulder, you keep whispering in my ear, and it's getting kinda hard for me to do the right thing here. I want to do the right thing, baby. Sun on your skin, 6 a.m., and I've been watching you sleep. And honey, I'm so afraid you're going to wake up and say that you should probably leave. 'Cause I know you and you know me, and we both know where this is going to lead. I want you to stay, but you'll probably say that you should probably leave. Yeah, you should probably leave. Oh, you should probably leave. And I said, well, what's going to happen here? And I got this. Some Way, Somehow by F.A.R.R. And it goes like this. Oh, the rent has all been spent on coffee and cigarettes. 'Cause I've been an anxious wreck, you know, oh. have doubts up in my mind because it's taking too much time to get to the finish line. Because I know there's a fire burning. I can't keep it. I know there's a fire burning. I can feel it raging on, but I can't escape this feeling I've done something wrong. There must be other ways, I know, baby. That some way, somehow, we're gonna make it out, on out. There's no way to escape this storm than to figure it out. Some way, somehow, yeah. Haven't seen the light in days. The cold has left my face. 'Cause I'm holding too much weight to move. But ain't a doubt up in my mind that we're gonna be alright. 'Cause everything comes in time. There's a fire burning I can't keep. There's a fire burning, I can feel it raging on, but I can't escape this feeling I've done something wrong. There must be other ways, I know, baby. There's some way, somehow, we're gonna make it on out. There's no way to escape this storm than to figure it out. Some way, somehow, yeah. Some way, somehow, some way, somehow. And if it takes my whole life, I swear, oh, I'll be there waiting. And if it takes every night, I'll be right there on my knees praying that some way, somehow, we're going to make it on out. There's no way to escape this storm than to figure it out. Some way, somehow, yeah. And I said, so what's going to happen here? What's going to happen here? You're driving me crazy, Spirit. And Spirit said, Fire Away by Chris Stapleton. And it goes like this. Honey, load up your questions and pick up your sticks and your stones and pretend I'm a shelter for heartaches that don't have a home. Choose the words that cut like a razor. All that I'll say is fire away. Take your best shot. Show me what you got. Honey, I'm not afraid. Rear back and take aim and fire away. Well, I wish... Oh, come on. Well, I wish I could say that I've never been here before. But you know and I know that I'll always come back for more. Your love might be my damnation, but I'll cry to my grave. Fire away. Take your best shot. Show me what you got. Honey, I'm not afraid. Rear back, take aim, and fire away. Oh, fire away. Take your best shot. Show me what you got. Honey, I'm not afraid. Rear back and take aim and fire away, oh fire away, fire away. So you and this person are having a real hard time, and it seems like I'm not really sure. And then there was a song by 3 Days Grace, and it was about how you keep falling for the same person over and over again, even though you know it always ends the same way. I can't think of the name of the song, though, so I'm not going to sing it to you. But what I'm getting from the music here is that you're in a relationship that's kind of run its course, but you are not able to let it go, and it's primarily because of money. You feel stuck because there's never enough money. It's like one of you can't work for some reason, or you're not able to earn enough money to pay the bills, and so you're kind of dependent on the other person. And they don't mind throwing that in your face when they get angry with you. And y'all get to drinking a little bit and you'll end up having sex. And I think you've been trying to stop doing that. Why? I don't know. you have your reasons. So probably because you feel obligated to this person if you sleep with them. It's like you're trying to make some space between you and this person. You should probably leave. And you give in to them, and then they turn it around on you, and instead of you saying you should probably leave, they say you should probably leave. Okay? If that makes any sense. I hope that you'll stay with me, okay? Alright, prayer please for the collective spirit. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. That's a prayer of serenity. It's a prayer of acceptance. It's a prayer of recovery. And there's a lot more to that prayer if you want to Google it. It's actually a prayer by St. Francis of Assisi, and it's a very long and beautiful prayer. That's the short version of it. Alright, virtue spirit for how you're working in this situation with these individuals. Spirit's working on your faith. Spirit's also working on peace, because you don't have any peace, and giving you honesty overall with integrity. So you're trying to do the right thing, and it says that in the music. Alright. Let me look at Sacred Destiny real quick and see if there's a message in Sacred Destiny for us. Sacred Destiny, there's change and focus. Spirit wants you to focus on making some changes. Time to make some changes in your life. Going forward, you need to focus. Maybe you have a hard time focusing. You might struggle with racing thoughts or ADHD or something to that nature. You're going to have focus and enlightenment. When you can finally focus, you're going to see the truth. Alright, messages for this individual, Spirit. Can I have some messages for how you're working in this situation? What are you trying to accomplish here? That flew out. You're trying to give somebody an opportunity. So it's trying to give you opportunity. And embracing. There's an opportunity, but you're not embracing it. Alright. What message would your higher self give you about this opportunity? Higher self, what would you say? You're going to be successful if you'll let yourself be transformed. You're going to go through a transformation that's going to lead you to success. There's a crescent moon and longleaf pines, and there's planetary alignments here. Somebody might draw, and they might draw crescent moons with faces. You're going to have gratitude for a transformation. Something is about to change dramatically in your life. Alright, higher self, what's the deal here? Your higher self says you're manifesting. You're calling in whatever this opportunity is. You're trying to manifest this opportunity, and you are able to do that. Your higher self says you're manifesting a new opportunity, and you're going to be on the right path. This new opportunity you're manifesting is going to put you on the right path. Alright, I've been having a lot of success with these cards lately, and I think that we need to stick with them, even though they are long and I have to read them. And sometimes she can be quite poignant in her writing, and I have a hard time reading it. Sometimes the words she uses are bigger than my vocabulary. Excuse me. Alright, Spirit, what's the main thing that this person needs to know about this opportunity that they're manifesting? It has to do with your peace, your faith, and honesty. What's the main thing that they need to learn here? I'm not going to read the pre-shuffle. I'm just going to get straight into the message for time's sake. Alright, What's the main takeaway from this reading, Spirit? What's the main thing you want us to take away from this reading? That's a lot of cards. I'm not going to take them. There's one turned over. And we'll just put it back. May I have one, please, Spirit? Thank you. Drifter, experiencing life as it comes. Drifter, number 14. And Dream Thief, refusal of the call. Ooh, you're refusing the call. You're avoiding an opportunity that you're actually able to manifest something amazing here. You have number 14 and you have number 13. This is a very strange looking creature. It has like the wings of an owl and the face of like a koala bear and the antlers of like a deer. It's such a wild looking creature. Look. It's a wild looking creature. And underneath of that is many masks and falling angel. Spiritual narcolepsy. Somebody is definitely needing some spiritual surgery. Number 14. Drifter. What lights you up? Experiencing life as it comes, seeking the essence but not knowing the form. The drifter invites you to step up out of your to-do list and your ordinary routine and feel the breeze against your skin, calling you to follow the wind and explore life's opportunities. When the drifter appears, it's a sign that it's time to cut out the mooring. It's time to cut the mooring lines holding you to the dock. It's not important to know the destination before you set sail. It will become clear as you leave port. Do not wait for a map, as there are none to where you are destined to go. But be sure that you do have a compass to keep you true. Yours is your pure love and your intention to be free, even of your own beliefs and preconceptions. Few appreciate the energy of the drifter. Here, you might not seem to be doing anything worthwhile or meeting someone else's expectations, but you are the only one who understands that others are running full out on the hamster wheel and getting nowhere. Your laziness is an unappreciated virtue. You know that life will find you and boring you. Why did I say boring you? Your laziness is an unappreciated virtue. You know that life will find you and bring you everything you require without your having to search for it, by simply being instead of frantic doing. Even as you let your mind wander, releasing it to go on a daily walkabout, call it back home regularly to deliver news from the cosmos. The drifter helps you find what you are looking for, even when you didn't think you were seeking anything. So you're drifting, and you appear to other people to be lazy because of it. They don't understand the way that the manifestation works, is that you draw to yourself everything that you need to make your dreams manifest. And your part here is to set sail. Figure out what lights you up. Step out of your to-do list and your ordinary routine to feel the breeze against your skin, calling you to follow the wind and explore life's opportunities. It's time for you to explore opportunities. And I think right now you're stagnant. You're just kind of sitting still and doing nothing. Number 13, the dream thief. Rejection of the path of fulfillment, refusal of the call. The dream thief is a soft and compelling seductress. Her only purpose is to keep you hypnotized by comfort and sameness. She wants you to tell your old stories over and over so you don't evolve beyond them. Ask yourself whether you are reverting back to the familiarity of your origin story of why you were wounded or when you were rejected. Do you talk about how your family molded you as a child without also acknowledging that you've already become someone else? Teaching from an old wound will never allow you a new adventure. Instead, bring to mind how you've already changed. Remember that you have new stories to rely and build upon. Do you want to move beyond the barrier of glass you've placed between you and the horizon? You can, and it's not difficult. Answer the call to a new adventure and drop your resistance to sailing the uncharted sea of your potential. The wind will soothe and sing the dream. The wind will soothe and sing the dream thief to sleep so you can wake up and move forward. You are so much more than you know. Now it's time to express what has lain dormant. Your new adventure has already begun. So you have allowed your dream to be stolen because of something that's happened to you in your past that you allow to define you. You're allowing the things that have hurt you to hold you hostage. You have to release those things. And in your case, I think that the dream thief is that you're staying in an old relationship or hanging on to an old relationship that it just never works. You're constantly going around in circles with chasing your own tail because you keep insisting on trying to fix something that's gone. You're working on something that's been long gone. So you're being encouraged to experience new opportunities and to wake up. The dream thief has stolen from you. You don't want to answer the call. And I'm feeling led to read you number 38 as well. And it's called Many Faces, the Authentic Self. Many Masks, rather, the Authentic Self. I think this is part of the problem. The authentic self, energizing internal allies, and a conscious shift. We live in a world where everyone we see wears a mask. We wear these masks to cover up and protect who we really are. We learn to do so because we've been conditioned to try to appear a certain way to fit into society. Masks allow us to belong, so we remain within the confines of what is expected. Masks are not inherently bad. Rather, they provide context and structure for our personalities and soul's expression. Some of us might believe that a particular mask fixed and hardened onto us is our permanent face. We forget that we are living beings with a multitude of faces, enabling us to experience a fuller, more vibrant world. Your authentic essence doesn't want to be constrained by others' expectations anymore. Now is the time to strip away the mask you've accepted and discover who you really are. A new self is emerging, and your perception changes as you adopt new ways of being. Right now, it's really important to allow yourself to experience and experiment the world in all of its myriad potentials and possibilities. Try on different masks and let yourself be fluid and curious. How will you know what you love and what you resonate with if you don't take off the mask you've always worn and test drive some new ones? Your authentic essence will never change. It will only express itself differently through these optional selves. Through these optional selves. Through trial and error, and discover more and more about who you want to become. What would it feel like to explore this inside of you? What would it feel like to explore this side of you? Anything is possible if you're willing to open up to your potential. You truly can move beyond the barriers that society has set for you. Use your imagination and step into the magic. So you've been wearing a certain mask for so long that that's absolutely who you believe you are. And it's time for you to take off that mask. Spirit said read the next one, number 19. It's Falling Angel. Spiritual narcolepsy. Remember, Spirit's working on your faith. Falling unconscious and spiritual narcolepsy. You are being cautioned now to not fall asleep or go unconscious. You have been flying above the strife and suffering of the world in angelic bliss. However, you risk being seduced by the beauty and comfort of your situation and losing track of your aspirations. Your wings, as you fall, you pick up speed, heading toward the trees below and a possible nasty landing. Remember that all you need to do is stop being a falling angel. All you need to do to stop being a falling angel is spread your wings to halt your descent and then find an updraft again. Do not be seduced by the fallen angels, your supposed friends and companions who have their own interest in mind. Hold on. Do not be seduced by the fallen angels, your supposed friends and companions who are ready to use you for their pleasure and have only their own interest in mind. As you soar over more in flight, receive the gift of falling angel as an invitation to study the forest from above the trees. In other words, to analyze your situation from a higher perspective without being entangled in its thorny branches. Once you understand what needs to be done, head back to your lofty heights and stand by for the right moment. Action you take may backfire. Stay conscious and wait until you are guided to change. You will know when the time is ripe. So once you understand what needs to be done, head back to your lofty heights and stand by for the right moment. Action you take now may backfire. Stay conscious and wait until you are guided to change. You will know when the time is right. So you have friends and people around you who they're already fallen angels. They've already crashed and burned, and they want to bring you down with them. They want to see you. Misery loves company. The Spirit's saying, stop doing that. And once you see Spirit's perspective and you know what your next move is, don't make it right now. Because right now, if you make that move, it could backfire. But Spirit's going to give you a signal, a sign of when is the right time to take action. And then you'll have this opportunity. But you need to start looking for this opportunity. And you need to move away from the things that are holding you back. There's a complication here that is deep, and it's something that you adopted in childhood as a coping mechanism. And it's keeping you from moving forward in life. It's keeping you stuck. Okay? Alright, let's find out how Spirit's working in the Tarot. How are you working in the Tarot here, Spirit? It sounds like you're in a relationship that's a dead end. How are you working in this person's life in the Tarot? There we go. The Fool came out. The Fool. Spirit is showing you that it's time for you to take a risk. It's time for you to take a risk. Aries is here. It came out somewhat sideways, but when the Fool shows up, you're ready for something new. It won't even show up until you're ready. And right now you're getting the strength that you need. We have Aries and Leo so far. Alright, what's the energy to overcome? The Emperor in reverse. You're not standing in your power. The Emperor is a very powerful masculine energy that gets shit done. They're not afraid to take risks. They have the ability to run an empire. But when they're in reverse, they are feeling like a failure. They're feeling like nothing they do is ever going to turn out right. They lack direction. They have no spine. It's like they have no balls. It's like they've been castrated. This person needs to stand in their power and know how powerful they are and know their worth. This person doesn't know their worth. And you don't have faith that Spirit is going to give you any either. Somehow honesty factors in. There's a cycle that needs to close as well. And what's going to pull it together? Your Empress. Your Empress, your feminine side. Injustice. Your feminine side receiving an injustice. Your masculine and feminine are both in reverse, and it's because of an injustice. But you're about to take a risk. And look, there's a wheel that's coming for some reason. And I think it's because something has put both of the two sides of yourself, or this could be two sides of yourself, or it could be two different people, a masculine and a feminine. Alright, let's find out how this happened. How did this happen, Spirit? How did this happen? Cards always go on the floor for you. And that's because you're really needing to do some meditation and to focus your energy. Your energy's not focused. Alright. This happened because they're still waiting. Do the shit they asked you to do forever ago. You've got somebody waiting. You're having to do the damn dishes because people are messy. Love them anyway. Do the damn dishes. Soaking is not fucking washing. People are messy. You have to love them anyway. Open your mouth. Use big words like validate, acknowledge, and empathize. And it's time for shit to get real. Get honest as fuck. Remember honesty? This happened because somebody was still waiting for you to do the dishes because there was a lot of messy people, and you opened your mouth and said whatever was on your mind, and it started an argument, and it was time for shit to get real. And so shit did get real. Alright, what's being hidden? That love can hurt like hell. Breathe through that shit. Love has hurt you like hell. And what's being shown? That you're asking yourself, do you really love them? This tried to turn over also. You're giving too many fucks. Give 0. And I think this is about sleeping with this person. Alright, what's going to happen next? You're going to think you have them all figured out, but you don't. You're going to forgive. Not for them. Do that shit for you. And fuck feelings. You have logic for a reason. Use it. What do you not have figured out? That somebody wants to spend time with Bay making art, love, or music. So you don't realize it, but somebody wants to spend time with somebody else. And they don't care about your feelings either. You can't say thank you enough to this person. And interrupting is for assholes. Let them finish. So it's like you can't be grateful enough. No matter how much gratitude you have, this person is never, they always want more gratitude. You are never thankful enough, in this person's opinion, for all the things they do for you. They probably keep a list of the things they do for you. Alright. Let's find out more about how this happened. May I see how this happened? Somebody has a new love and they've been using something to escape. They may be drinking, watching too much TV, working too much. They have regret because they've been escaping. So they regret the fact that they've been escaping. They had a rebound while they were escaping. So they got drunk or high and they had sex with somebody because y'all were broke up. Alright, show me how this happened. Somebody here feels very helpless. Completely helpless. Like you're tied up. And look at you. You look like you're very successful. You're wearing a white shirt, a tie. You have on nice trousers. You have on boots, but your ankles are duct taped. Somebody uses duct tape. I feel trapped by my circumstances, and there's nothing I can do. Do you see how easily he could get out of that if he really wanted to? He's hopeless, helpless. But is he even trying? Look at his face. Look at the way he has the expression on his face. It's like he needs to take a shit or something. If I was helpless, that is not the expression I would have on my face. Something ain't right about this person feeling helpless. Alright, what's being hidden? What's being hidden is that somebody has a commitment. When I think about my future, I see you. But I'm fighting it. The harder I try to resist, the weaker I seem to be. And an apology. I'm sorry. I want this commitment so bad. I'm sorry for disappointing you. Will you accept my apology? You're fighting a commitment and apologizing. Why are you apologizing? Because somebody's been pushing your buttons and they have a desire to win. But it came out in reverse. So you say you're sorry to keep the peace. But really this person pushes your buttons. And they throw it in your face. They say, I'm going to win. I'll look better. I'll do better. And I'll get someone hotter. And I do things to trigger you. It's the only way I know you care. So this person is indifferent to they're like, they don't care about the relationship at all anymore. And so this person will do things to trigger you. Like they're doing down here. where they're like, I'm still waiting for you to do them damn dishes and clean up after y'all, these messy ass people. And then when you try to open your mouth, shit gets real. They gaslight you. And it's because they push your buttons and they have a desire to win. And secretly, you're fighting it, having this commitment, and you apologize to this person. Alright, what's being shown? Or you expect them to apologize to you. What's being shown is that you have a friendship and they got away because somebody wouldn't change and they couldn't move on even though their family was having a lot of problems. They had big time problems moving on from this family. You have a friend who got away because you wouldn't change. And it was because of a family you wouldn't move on from. And it looks like the family don't care about you. Why is your family and moved on in reverse? Because of a love triangle that you didn't mean for her. You didn't mean for this love triangle to happen. And now somebody controls you because of this love triangle. That's why they have a desire to win. Secretly, they have a desire to win and they want to be in this commitment. And they're apologizing. Alright, what's going to happen next? I love you. You're going to say, I love you, I miss you, and I don't want to party anymore. I love you and I miss you, and there's no partying. I'm not partying. I love you and I miss you. And this is really bothering me. What would the other person say to you? They would say, are you pretending? Are you pretending again? Are you wearing a mask? Are you wearing that same old mask you've always worn? Because you and this person aren't getting along, so you want to run to me and get my sympathy, so I'll feel sorry for you because you're helpless? And what would your response be to that? You would say, it's not the right time. What do you mean it's not the right time? Divine timing, make them prove it, and they're pissed off. So it's not the right time to make them prove it because they're mad. So right now, if they come to you and say, I love you and I miss you and I'm tired of the partying, and you're going to be tempted to say, are you just pretending because you're mad at this person? Spirit says it's not the right time for that. When it is time, you can make them prove that they're just angry. When they're not angry, then you can have that conversation with them. What should they have in the meantime? In the meantime, you need to say, enough is enough. Enough is enough. You know you have a new love, and that's why you're having these differences. So this friend of yours knows you have a new love, and that you have regret. What's going to happen with the friendship? They're going to say that they're not for you. Your friend is going to say, this person is not for you. You made a mistake when you got with this person. And what are you planning on doing about it? You're on the verge of telling somebody about competition. And what would you say to this person that you have this competition? That you can't have your freedom. You're on the verge of saying, I can't have my freedom because of competition. What's the truth? The truth is, I choose you, and I'm in denial about you first. I'm not moving. You know where to find me. I choose you, but I can't go anywhere right now, and I'm in denial. I think you're coming out of denial about choosing somebody, and their competition with somebody you're married to. Anything else we need to know before I move on? You're undecided. What are you undecided about? Letting them go and online dating because they're all in your head and you're tired of overthinking. And you're having to take it real slow. You're having to go real slow here. Alright, so we know you have an opportunity. It looks like you have an opportunity for a new love. I'm just going to clean up some of the mess here and see if I can get some more details. You have an opportunity for a new love, but you're having a hard time walking away. And remember now, we have an emperor, and he's the energy to overcome is for this emperor to stand in their power. Right now they're powerless and they're weak, and they're not taking an opportunity that could lead them to a lot of fulfillment. And they're having to ask themselves, do they really love them? Show me how they feel about do they really love them. How does this person feel about do I really love them? They feel there's been rejection, loss, and they're developing a resentment. How does the other person feel about them? They're secretly admiring you, and they're shallow. And they have a lot of ego. How about that third person in the triangle? How do they feel? They're longing. What are they longing for? For you to to share feelings, for you to feel the same way about them, to see your reflection in the mirror. What would they see if they saw their reflection? They would see divine masculine is shattered. They're longing for this divine masculine to see how hurt they are. This twin flame is hurt. They've been incredibly hurt because of somebody's lust. What do they see when they secretly admire? Hold the phone. They see a divine feminine who's guarded and afraid, and who's holding on. They see somebody who's afraid and clinging to a divine feminine. So we have divine masculine and divine feminine here twice. And there's no chemistry somehow. What's the connecting energy for divine masculine and feminine? She's upright, he's in reverse. But she's in reverse here. The energy between the two of you is confusion and not using your intuition. What's the truth behind the confusion? That this is a spiritual connection and you're conflicted because there's no intimacy and no loyalty. Why is there no intimacy and loyalty? Because somebody is purging, crying, because of being frozen and being sidetracked. So somebody's upset about this, because somebody is cold to them. One or both of you are cold to each other because one of both of you got sidetracked in this connection, and somebody here has reached their limit. How does Divine Feminine feel here, Drasty, please? Divine Feminine, you feel like there's chemistry. How does Divine Masculine feel? Divine Masculine, you want to make a confession. And somebody has a lot of pride. Alright, let's find out what the confession is that Divine Masculine would like to make. May I have the confession from Divine Masculine, please? I have too much to lose, but I don't want to let you go. Alright. Oh, and I have trouble with intimacy. What would Divine Feminine say back? She would say, I still have feelings for you. In reverse. So I have feelings for you, but I'm getting to where I don't. Like I'm getting over you. Why do you feel like you have too much to lose? Because I don't know why this happened. You don't know why what happened. Why I feel so drawn to you. Your intellect arouses me, and I would do it all again. I can't get enough of you. So he has too much to lose if he lets you get away. That's why he's saying, I don't want to let you go. I can't let you go. I have too much to lose. You're so wonderful. But I have trouble with intimacy. What would you say to her that you feel like you're having so much trouble saying? You would say, I want to make amends. And I am not over you. What would she say about that? How does she feel about making amends? She would say, I can be myself with you. And what else? I want to start over. Do I still have a chance? And we don't share the same values. But I admire you. I don't know what the values are, but that's something that can be worked through. You just have to work on it. And you have to get past these intimacy issues. Alright, I want to find out why the Fool is here. Why is the Fool here? Because of the Seven of Cups, the Eight of Swords in reverse, the High Priestess, the Ten of Wands, and the World card. So what this need for action, the need to take a risk, to start over, is because there's been a lot of confusion, a lot of choices that had to be made, and none of them were all good choices. And because you feel like you're coming out of a place of a lot of anxiety, and you know intuitively that this has been a very heavy burden because you haven't ended it with something. Something hasn't ended, and it's time for it to end so you can start something new. And it's been something that's been very confusing. It's made you feel like you were anxious all the time. And intuitively, you know this has to end, and it has to come to a complete, total, full circle ending. Like, you can't just say you're ending it. You have to actually end it this time. Alright, and why is the Emperor here in reverse? Because he's transforming. And he's the King of Swords. He's probably a Gemini. But he could be a Libra or Aquarius. He's changing. He's evaluating things. He's looking at things strategically. He is taking an inventory. He's looking at all angles of the situation. He's doing what they do. He's overthinking. He's overthinking this to death. But it is changing. What's the transformation? The transformation, it has to do with fighting amongst, like, there's a Five of Swords here. When the Five of Swords shows up, you're going to win at all costs. You're going to do whatever you have to do to come out on top here and win. It's a card of fighting your feelings inside also. And it's because of a Queen of Pentacles, a Sagittarius, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. And the Fool, not wanting to take a risk on this person. You're wondering, should I take a risk on this person? But you're having a mental conflict, or you might be fighting with somebody. Why is the Five of Swords here? Because of the Nine of Wands. This is a nightmare. This has been a big nightmare. Why is the Empress over here? Why is the Empress over here? Because of the Seven of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. Because she is reevaluating the Queen of Wands, probably a Leo, and trying to see, is this person putting in what they're getting out? And why is the injustice here? Because they're spying. And why are they spying? Because of a Knight of Wands. Because they know that this person has feelings for you. There's a Queen of Wands, and I think they know that this person wants to have a new start with this Queen of Pentacles. And why is the Wheel on the bottom of the deck? Because of the Sun, the Two of Pentacles in reverse, and the Ace of Cups in reverse. So the Wheel is going to bring happiness, and it's because it's going to cause somebody to have no love. Why is the Ace of Cups in reverse? There could be a pregnancy involved here. Because somebody is hanged man and they've lied. Somebody is realizing that somebody lied about a new love. What was the truth about the new love? They wanted to move to where they are and have it all with them. And what are they going to do? Why is the Ten of Cups in reverse? Because of the Queen of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles. Because there's a woman who is a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and she puts conditions on her love, and she's like, you don't work, and you're not going to continue to take advantage of me. I'm looking for other opportunities. It looks like both of y'all are looking for other people. What's the tea here, Spirit? Because I sense we got some tea going on. What's the tea here? Somebody is a great actor, and they're going to get kicked to the curb. What's being hidden? That they're expecting a new beginning. They're arguing and putting people in their place. And what's being shown? That somebody is controlling and manipulating because of a private relationship. And what's going to happen next? Somebody's going to be a hater. Their parenting is here, and shit's about to explode and go up in flames. They need to check themselves and get centered and aligned with the universe. What's going to be the outcome of shit exploding? Somebody's going to say they're falling apart, and somebody's going to be like, I don't want to hear it. I don't care if you're falling apart. You need to chill out. And anything else we need to know? Somebody is money hungry. Somebody's brainstorming and figuring that out. They're attracting like a moth to a flame, and your family time is here. You can't defend yourself. Somebody's busy and you're staying centered. Alright. How are they manipulating the private relationship? With their envy, they're jealous, they're cheating and fulfilling a fantasy. And the sugar and the salt both look the same. So somebody is pretending to be something they're not over here. Alright, what would Divine Masculine say to Divine Feminine out of the text messages? Tell me again why you're single. And what would she say to him? She would say, my feelings are on E. My feelings are empty, they're on E. I can't stand you, you drive me crazy, but I'm falling in love with you. And what would he say to that? He would say, I wish I was there with you, and you're my impossible love. Wait, there's more cards here. I'm afraid to tell you how I really feel about you, and I reread all of our text messages, but I don't trust you. Why don't you trust her? Why don't you ever respond to my text in a reasonable time? So one of you doesn't trust the other because you don't respond to their text in a reasonable time. How do you really feel about her? I miss you so much all the time, actually. And I think I miss you. They miss you. And what else would she say to him? She would say, call me. Please call me. Just call me. And I'll never forgive you. You're so messy. Alright. So, let's look at this and see what might happen. What's the possibilities for this Divine Masculine and Feminine? Divine Feminine came out upright with making a decision. Divine Feminine and a decision. What's the secret here? The secret here is that yes, this is your twin flame, and you're not going to give that. You're not surrendering. You won't surrender. You refuse to let go of this twin flame. And what's being shown? The fall. What about the fall? That's where you need forgiveness for instability, not having any solid foundation. And what's going to happen next? You're going to have growth because of something that happened last summer that caused you to have fears and limitations. Outcome of your growth. You're going to have integration and union because you're no longer going to have lack and doubt here. Outcome of the union. You're going to have the courage to change and to reject this other person. You have not had the courage to reject this other person. And it's kept this relationship at a stalemate. But you're going to finally have the courage to say goodbye to this other person. And then what will be the outcome? You don't know. You're thinking about that. Spirit, what will be the outcome? Somebody will no longer be cold and detached, and they'll use. You're not using your intuition about somebody being cold and detached. What do you mean they're cold and detached? It has to do with not having any gifts in abundance. Why are we needing to know that? Because they're not open to receive this winner. There's chemistry and there's no chemistry, no passion. They're not open to receive, and they need to have self-care. And what will be the outcome of their self-care? They will avoid healing. What do you mean they're going to avoid healing? They're going to form a solid foundation because they have a desire, a spark. This is talking about somebody else. Outcome of their solid foundation and their spark. You're going to have wish fulfillment because your spirit guides are not helping you with another situation from your past that you are seeing a reflection in. You're having wish fulfillment though. Anything else about wish fulfillment? Your higher self is encouraging you to stop clinging to your south node, to come out of your comfort zone. What does your higher self need you to know in order for you to come out of your comfort zone? What does your higher self need to know for you to come out of your comfort zone? Wow. That you need to see it from a different perspective. You need to let this go. You need to have forgiveness. You need nature. You need to pay attention to your dreams. You have balance in your life and have courage. Go within. Go within. Alright, what spiritual gifts are operating here in this Divine Masculine? Divine Masculine, you're being given a new opportunity. And what about Divine Feminine, Spirit? Divine Feminine, you have a job, and time is a factor. Divine timing. Alright, anything connecting these two people? Wow, that flew out with force. Your abundance. It always shows up that you're connected by money, abundance. And a house. You're going to have a home together also. Abundance can be more than money, but it's an abundance of everything in life. Happiness, good fortune, it's just abundance. It's a good thing, and that's what it is. Alright, here's the money deck again. There's a surprise in the money deck, and if you see the surprise, be the first one to comment, and I'll send that surprise to you, but you have to have Cash App or PayPal or one of those types of things, okay? Alright, how are you working in Divine Masculine's money? Divine Masculine, there's a counselor who has an inspiration, and they're writing to you about making an investment. So there's a counselor who is inspired, but they're going to write about an investment somehow. For some reason, the counselor is in their inspiration or in reverse. Okay. Anything else for Divine Masculine? Divine Masculine, divine timing is here. You're going to be comfortable. You're going to be promoted. And there's setbacks here. Why are setbacks here? It has to do with your transportation, your animals, and being motivated. And what's going to be the outcome of those things? You're going to get a job. You're going to not be a networker. You're not going to be into sports. And you're not going to grow up. So you have to get a job so you can grow up, be a sport, and network. Alright, what's going on with Divine Feminine's money, Spirit? Divine Feminine, your money flew out and you have no business. What do you mean, no business for Divine Feminine's money? What do you mean, no business? You're going to take off. You're going to take off and have solitude. And what's going to be the outcome of your solitude taking off? You're going to share. You're going to have growth. And you're going to go to the next level. And what's connecting these two people? You're manifesting or juggling. The media is here. And the artist is here. Somebody's coming up with a plan. they're not planning it, but there's going to be a legacy and you're going to use your voice. Outcome of the planning your legacy. Justice and angelic help. Justice and angelic help. Social media. Science. Life purpose. And activation of new gifts. Outcome of angelic help with justice. Somebody is going to be exploring, crafting, and be a workaholic. They're a rebel. They're not going to rescue anybody. And they're going to have a new beginning. Alright, so it didn't come out today. Nobody claimed it for the last 2 readings. So if you haven't seen those, go back and watch them. Alright, I think we're going to close there. I think the most important thing, let's look at one more thing here. What do we need to know out of this deck about this divine masculine and feminine? You're feeling like you're vulnerable. You can be open with this person. There's a soulmate. What about the soulmate? Something is fate. What's fate about the soulmate? That they are playing hard and strictly sexual. So the soulmate is just strictly sexual. What's going on with the twin flame though? They're going to make a decision about support. And what decision are they leaning towards? They're going to support their children. They're going to have their abundance. They're going to use their intuition, put away the computer. They've been rejected. They're going to retreat and master a spiritual lesson. Outcome for this divine masculine and feminine. You're on different pages. You're going to get a second chance. But somebody's in denial. What are they in denial about? That they have a friendship, that they can have acceptance and have stability with this person. How does your friend feel about that? They feel like that this is your true love and there's chemistry between the two of you. How do you feel about that? Or the other person? Like you're unavailable? And like you don't have any balance in your life? What's the truth? Is that somebody has an obsession with obstacles. And there needs to be an apology. So, any other messages? Forgiveness is here. New love is here. And somebody has an addiction. And that's going to cause interference. I don't know what all that means, but there you have it. Alright, any guidance here? It feels familiar. It feels like you've been here before. And turn your back on anything that does not uplift you. With learn to love being with yourself. Stop waiting and start living. And waiting for someone to make you happy is disempowering. No matter how tempting, do not look at their social media. Alright, let's get you some love. Who you are. How do we love who we are while we're going through this? Unfurl your new beginning. And protect your boundaries. Unfurl your new beginning and protect your boundaries. Number 8, unfurl your new beginning. What is death to the caterpillar is new life for the moth, a chance to spread its wings and dance with the sky. Don't spend your time on regret. Now is the moment that you're being given the opportunity to begin something new. Embrace it. Beginnings have magic and power and boldness wrapped inside them, and wings. Unfurl your hope and let the new beginning take you skyward. And protect your boundaries, number 39. One of the best ways to love your fabulous self is to set and maintain your boundaries. You'll have way more energy for things that matter, like your own sovereignty, if you quit spending it on situations that drain you. No is a necessary magic, and it will fuel your enthusiasm when yes shows up. So what if people don't like it or approve of you when you're keeping true to your most sacred bonds and honoring your needs as sacred? Your value doesn't come from outside success. It doesn't even come from within. You were born with it, and it is immeasurable. Act like it. Protect the sacred space of you. Alright, I'm going to get dice real quick. I have Scorpio, the Sun, number 4, DEVRROK. JHNYSBA, Capricorn S, number 9. SVMPMA 12. I have Neptune and Pisces. Strong Pisces vibe here. Alright, trinkets please, Spirit. Alright, I got consider your impressions and follow them once in a while. A skeleton riding a motorcycle. A dime. I will. A crescent moon with a star. An arrow. An elephant with a heart on its trunk. So much of me is made from what I learned from you. You will be like a handprint on my heart forever. And a crescent moon with a baby. But somebody made quite an impression on you in your life. A grandmother, a grandfather, a mother, a father, a sister, or someone. I got some thread for sewing. I got 2 fortune cookies. One of them says, romance could divert your attention away from money matters today. I dropped a skull. And the other one says, let the spirit of adventure set the tone. And then I have 2 keys, a tramp stamp, a ball, and a bullet. And that's all I got. Alright, I hope you got something out of this reading, and you'll let me know that by liking it, commenting on it, say hi, do whatever. Let me find out real quick what your best friends would say. Divine Masculine's best friend, what would you say? You've worked hard to get where you are. If you see something, say something. What about Divine Feminine? Don't forget to be kind and lean into it. Alright, you guys have a fabulous day. I love you. Bye-bye.